And welcome to 2023 and my first reflection of the year. If you've watched these reflections before, you may have noticed that I like a good folk tale or a parable. I love the stories and traditions that have been passed down the centuries in different cultures. So given this is the first week of the year, I thought I'd have a look at some of the things people apparently do around the world to ring the new year in and encourage a prosperous 12 months ahead. So obviously in the UK, we're familiar with making resolutions at New Year of things we're going to commit to in the coming months, either taking on new habits or hobbies or giving up old ones. What I didn't know was that this tradition is apparently over 4,000 years old. There are records of Babylonians promising to pay debts as a way to celebrate the changing of the year. If they fulfilled their promise, then the gods would favour them. If they didn't, then I guess they were doomed. For the ancient Babylonians, New Year was timed with the planting of crops in March. And this was changed by Julius Caesar some 2,000 years later, when the Roman calendar introduced January the 1st, named after Janus, the two-faced god whose spirit inhabited doorways and arches, therefore able to simultaneously look back over the previous year and forward to the coming year. As a result, early Christians' watch night services on New Year's Eve were about reflecting on your past mistakes and resolving to do better. Today, New Year resolutions are more self-improvement, and whilst up to 45% of people make them, only 8% apparently successfully stick to them. In my post last week, I gave some tips on how to increase your success rate if you have made a commitment to yourself. In other cultures, round things seem to crop up quite a lot. In the Philippines, they buy 12 round fruits a year, different fruits, and apparently the round shape represents money or coins, and the 12 ensures there's a prosperous for each month of the coming year. The different fruits also have meanings, apparently apples for peace and harmony. This theme of wishing for a peaceful new year also links to the tradition in Brazil, where some parts of Africa, where they wear white on New Year's Eve and deliver offerings to the Queen of the Sea by jumping 7 waves and making a wish for each jump of a wave. And whilst we're on jumping, I really like the tradition in Denmark. I think it's great, where they climb onto the chair at the stroke of midnight and literally leap into the new year to move on from the past and bring them luck for the future. If we then come back to the UK, if possible, we like to kiss someone on the stroke of midnight rather than leap off a chair. And as tradition goes, apparently the first person with whom you come into contact with in the new year dictates the shape of the year ahead. There are many other traditions that I discovered, but they all seem to have the same, logical aim to draw a line under the last year and enter the new year with resolved hope and positivity. So my message to you then is however you choose to mark the turning of the year, whether you choose to commit to resolutions or not, maybe at the very least take a note of the traditions and just take a moment to reflect on what the successes and learnings are from last year, and then maybe think about how you're going to design the year ahead and how you want that to play out. However you choose to do it or not, I wish you all the very best for 2023.